Pre-fight Q&A, baby!
There we go. All right. I didn't know if there was going to be any more to that intro, but we are here.
I think that was enough. That was more than enough.
We are live. We are ready. We are at least getting ready anyways for UFC 277, which kicks off at the top of the hour in Dallas, Texas. We have two title fights at the top of the bill. The main event, the rematch between Julianna Peña and Amanda Nunes for the women's bantamweight title. We got Brandon Moreno versus Kai Kara France for the interim flyweight title. Tremendous main card. I feel like we're going to see a lot of highlight reel finishes on the prelims. We have a couple of really solid prelim matchups as well, so this should be a fun one. But thank you for joining us for the People's Pre-Fight Show. I am Mike Heck, being joined by my best friend, the Prince of Positivity, Mr. Alexander K. Lee, with the People's Eyebrow.
Oh, hello, everyone. Yeah,
hello.
I'm excited. This is a good card. This is a good card. I'm seeing so much weird, some strange, weird negativity, some weird energy. I saw people criticizing Julianna Peña bringing her daughter onto the stage yesterday. I don't know. I got to start reading these comments. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with society today.
Yeah, I saw some people say that the daughter was a quote-unquote prop, and I just don't understand where that's coming from.
What?
I don't get it. I don't get that at all. I'm
Where
sure the
are
daughter
we?
wanted to go up there and do it, so it doesn't matter.
What happened to
unless
us?
there's questions about that. I know, what is going on here?
Jeez
We need some
Louise.
positivity in our lives.
Oh my
Speaking
God.
of positivity, we have the baddest stash in MMA media on the ones and twos. Casey Leydon.
Okay. Hey guys, I
Hi,
didn't
buddy.
know we were live. I was just, just grooming here, trying to look
Yes.
handsome for you gentlemen. I thought we were going at 5. I thought we were going at a 30-minute mark. I didn't know we were going early today.
Oh, that's how it is.
I don't read my Slack messages,
Wow.
I'm gonna tell people right
Wow.
now. I did not get special. I did not get special treatment today. Normally, I am alerted. I am told an hour ahead of time. AK, you are needed at this time. I get direct messages from multiple people because I'm special, and no one. I'm disappointed in you guys. It's so I apologize to everyone on behalf of you guys for your lack of
How many of these People's Pre-Fight shows have we done on pay-per-views that we gave
I
an
need
extra
to be
15 minutes
told.
for?
I need to be told every time. I
Okay.
am special. I want people to know this.
All right.
I
We will make sure you know from now on.
Thank you.
So if you are new to the People's Pre-Fight Show, this is exactly what it says it is. We will just take your thoughts, your questions about this card, or whatever the hell else you want to talk about. Doesn't matter. It's fair game. But if we can keep it about this card, that could be great. If not, it's fine. So let's have some fun. We got about 40 minutes, probably a few more minutes if we're being honest, because the first fight's not going to start at 6 p.m. Eastern. So let's go. Let's see what the peeps have to say. Let's get after this thing.
Here we go. First question. More of a comment. Nope.
It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday.
I thought that's why you were late. Sorry.
My birthday is September 31st, the day that the end of the World MMA Awards, Fighters Only MMA Awards. The voting ends September 31st. No, I'm kidding. They fixed it.
All right. Okay, sure. Here we go.
All right. If you're of the belief that the Smith versus Ankalaev line is off, what would your adjusted line be for the fight? So currently, according to our good friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, which if you are going to bet on MMA, AK will tell you not to do that. But if you are going to do that, make sure you use the promo code TheMMAHour. Of
course.
And get yourself a little bonus with that. But right now, AK, Magomed Ankalaev, a minus 600 favorite. The comeback on Anthony Smith is plus 450. Is this line right, or is this just too wide?
I had not realized it had moved so much. I know Michael Morales, I thought for most of the week was the biggest favorite. I think he's been at minus 600 for most of the week. I did not know. I think Ankalaev was in the minus 500 range. Minus 600. Do you know the percentage? What that means? Like percentage that people think is going to win? Like, do you do that kind of? Do you have that math?
I will pull it up right now.
Okay,
I think
I'll look
it's
at the question.
87%
Right.
or something like that.
What would your adjusted line be for the fight? Oh man, I mean, it wouldn't be minus 600. I'd probably go closer.
85, right around 86% win probability.
I mean, I'd probably go closer like minus 400, which is still a lot. So I guess once you get past like minus 350, you're really just quibbling, I guess. But minus 600 is it's almost giving Anthony Smith essentially no chance at the UFC level. That line is so rare when it's like one, not a non-title fight, two, or some guy, a late notice thing, or a newcomer, having to face a veteran. It's very rare you see a line like that. So minus 100 to me is a little crazy. So I'd go like closer to minus 400, but that's still like pretty heavy. So I don't know how much you can really adjust the line, but it does feel a little bit off and disrespectful to Anthony Smith.
Yeah, I think minus 400 is probably where it should be.
So if you're wondering,
I think that's probably where it should be.
I went back into the Tapology pages. So for this fight, 84% of you are picking Ankalaev to win. When he fought John Jones, only 87% of you were picking John Jones. So we're putting Ankalaev up there in John Jones level right now. And he was, and the betting line, he was, according to Tapology, he was like, John Jones was a plus 800. And would you say Ankalaev was a plus 700?
Minus
Plus
600.
Sorry,
minus
800.
Sorry,
minus
800, minus 7. Yes. So, yeah, and this is Anthony Smith looking good. What, on a 3-fight win streak too?
Yep.
Yeah, this is like off like a bad loss. Maybe I could see it, but
that's weird.
Yeah.
And Jones, I'm checking, was coming off like the dominant win over in the Gus rematch. So this was before the Santos fight. Like this was before the Reyes and Santos fight.
So John Jones was back too. It wasn't like, so yeah. A lot of hype. It's a lot of hype as far as betting wise for Ankalaev. Not a lot of interest though, as far as just seemingly just fan, like casual interest.
Yeah.
But those are two different things. Clearly, I guess.
you don't hear a lot of people going like, "Man, I can't wait for him to win this fight and get that title shot." People are kind of like, if he gets it, cool. If he doesn't get it,
yeah. So,
yeah. Look, here's. I'm just gonna go ahead and give a little spoiler here to our picks. What I think is going to happen is that Magomed Ankalaev is going to dominate this fight. He is going to do whatever he wants to do. And by like the beginning of the third round, we're all going to be saying to ourselves, minus 600, he should have been like a minus 1,200 favorite. This is ridiculous. And then with like a minute and a half left in the fight, Lionheart emerges. Third round TKO, baby. Upset alert. Gosh. Mark it down.
I am looking at this man's Tapology picks right now. He is putting his money where his mouth is. This is locked in. I mean, he can still change it, but this is locked in.
I'm not
35 minutes. It's right. Mike Heck has never lied to America. He is not lying to America now. It says right there in front of me, Smith KO TKO round 3. So, wow.
I'm going. Wow. You have to go with your gut. You have to go with your heart on a couple of these picks because a lot of people are going to be the same on a lot of these, and this is one of those. Right? I think Ankalaev's gonna dominate. He's gonna style. He might get a little overconfident, and Anthony's just gonna bring that dog in the third round and pull it off. So we'll see. I'm probably terribly wrong. That's why I don't bet on MMA.
That is very high hopes. I like that. I'm
going for it.
I like this fight. Go ahead, Casey.
No, I think I think people still have a hard time getting the Rakic fight out of their head with Anthony Smith. I think seeing 25 minutes, was it 25 minutes or was that 3 rounds?
That was 25.
Okay. It was 25 long minutes, and I feel that that's why I feel the betting line is so against Anthony Smith. I just feel that, okay, this is, if he got out wrestled by Rakic, this guy's going to murk him, which I get.
He made, Anthony made a lot of changes for this camp.
Mm-hmm.
He spent, He's not with Factory X for this one.
He had a bad fight. He doesn't get dominated like that. That was a bad night for him. Yeah. It was a bad night. Let's just call it what it is.
And this is a new change. This is just for this fight. So he trained with Weidman and like John Salter and all of those guys. So he understands what he's up against. And I love Anthony Smith's attitude all week. Like I don't get it. I don't understand what everybody's talking about. Ankalaev's had 18 professional mixed martial arts bout, but he's never had an effing fight. I love that line. I love Anthony Smith with a chip on his shoulder. I'm gonna take a flyer here. It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be one where like this is 50-50 going into the third round. It's gonna be like there might be even a 10-8 mixed in within the first 2 rounds. But I think he just knows that as far as title hopes go, it'd be a very, very long road back to where he's at right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm taking a flyer. I take a couple on these cards, and this is one of them.
I like this fight as the opener, as the main card opener. I think the main card is perfectly lined up. I think the way they schedule the main card, fantastic.
Yeah,
right.
And this, like, listen, outside of like title hopes for Anthony Smith, which I don't know how much like people value that at this point because the division's kind of murky. And it doesn't seem like he's talking about it in a little ways, but all the pressure on Ankalaev here, like all of it. And Smith, like, well, he has some pressure on it. He could self-inflict it if he wants. But for the most part, like all the pressure on Ankalaev to deliver in this fight, especially where the betting line is right now. I feel like Anthony Smith, this isn't house money, but it's close. It's close to it for him because everyone thinks he's going to lose. I mean, what, 84% of the people and 85% of the bettors essentially think like 85 out of 100 times Ankalaev's going to win this fight. But maybe, just maybe, this will be one of those 15 times he gets the job done.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one. I actually put more pressure on Anthony Smith in the sense that future title hopes. I think Ankalaev can take a loss, and we can still see him coming back for a title, a true title run. I think if Anthony Smith takes a bad loss tonight, I hate saying it, I feel like he's just going to be in that upper tier gatekeeper role if he loses tonight.
Which is what most people considered him after the Rakic fight anyways. And then he came back and won 3 in a row. No one expected him to be here. No one did after the Rakic fight. And here he is.
Oh, Anthony Smith's entire UFC run. This is all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just bonus.
It's all. Yeah, this is whipped cream on top of the sundae right now.
So he's definitely extended his career to a higher level than I think anyone, including himself, thought. So I just think there's a lot of pressure on Anthony Smith in terms of his own pressure, because he believes he can be the champion. But I think if he loses tonight, it's going to be extremely tough for him to really earn any road back to that. But I'm excited for the fight. I like it, and it makes a lot of sense.
Love it. Love the fight. Right. Love it a lot.
Casey, just quickly, someone asked, what would it take for Casey to shave his mustache and Alex to grow one? I mean, you've shaved before.
That might be the best question we've ever gotten.
Yeah, and I said this from Tony Gutierrez, and I said a miracle because you could shave easily. I mean, you've shaved before. You might do it someday. I can't. Yeah. But the growing part. Okay, listen, people, look at this. This is 8 months of growth. Okay, this is there you go. Yeah, big screen that, Casey. Right, hold on. Yeah. Right there. Look at that. Look at these whiskers. This is 8 months. Had not shaved in 8. This is a full forest for me. So it ain't happening.
This is playoff beard. He's growing a playoff beard for the Blue Jays
for the 2047 season.
It'll be ready by then.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, everyone.
Was that Nunes?
Lost the question.
Nunes retiring with a loss.
Yeah.
The question.
Yes.
What are the chances Nunes retires with the loss tonight, AK?
A big chance, I think. I don't know if she would do it in cage. I said this for Miesha Tate last time too, and Miesha Tate, it sounds like, by the way, has no intention of retiring. But Amanda Nunes, I think it wouldn't happen right away. I think it would be she would make some kind of speech that would I'm very thankful, thanks everyone, I'm grateful, blah blah. Doesn't leave the gloves in there. Doesn't do the post-fight press conference. I mean, they normally don't invite I guess they wouldn't invite her any. Well, no, they would. They would ask her if she wasn't hospitalized. But maybe skips that. Gives herself time to kind of think about it, breathe, not have to talk to the media right away, not have to answer that question, and then maybe somewhere down the road we'd see some sort of post or some sort of interview or comment saying like, yeah, I'm not shutting the door completely, but I'm sort of walking away because she's achieved everything she's wanted to do. She said in an interview 2 years ago, I think it was after the Felicia Spencer fight. It was either after the Felicia Spencer or before Felicia Spencer. She was like, yeah, of course I've thought about retirement. I've won 2 titles. I think she was just about to have her daughter. I don't know if she had her daughter quite yet. She had thought ahead. She talked about coaching. She said, oh, I can't wait to do coaching and just move on. And she's a very satisfied, happy person. And she has nothing left to prove, I don't think. It'd be great if she could avenge this loss for sure. He'd be very, very big for her legacy. But if she doesn't, she's still arguably the greatest fighter of all, women's fighter of all time. One of the greatest fighters of all time, unequivocally. So I think there's a very good chance if she loses, not necessarily she retires tonight, but this is the last time that we see Amanda Nunes fight.
You agree with that, Casey?
If she loses, let's say she loses the same way that she lost the first match, which I assume it really, I don't see another way she would lose. Actually, like if Pena wins, I think we're gonna see just a slightly, maybe a longer version of the first fight. I don't think. Does anyone see anything else if Pena wins, like some completely different fight? maybe a long, maybe
No,
like a 4 round. I mean, like it might be
yeah.
a 4 round version of that fight, but
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. She retire. There's a good chance. The only reason why I think she comes back if she loses tonight, especially in a bad loss, is that if she wants to kind of reestablish her legacy, because another loss tonight, I know a lot of people think she's the GOAT, all that stuff. I'm not on that boat, but I get it. But if she loses tonight, there's a lot of questions. I think is who is this bantamweight GOAT? Who's the women's GOAT? 2 bad losses tonight, and all of her losses in her career essentially being the same type of loss. She just got bullied and put on her back and just kind of, I won't say quit, but she got, she withers and she just kind of, all right, I'm done. Yeah, it'll be up to Nunes how she looks at her legacy really for her to come back if she loses tonight. That's I think that's something only she really knows. I don't think we really can really give a good answer on that, honestly.
Yeah, it's close. I'm 50-50. I'm on the fence. I know that's such a lame answer, but I just don't know. I honestly don't know. She seems like she's fired up. Said she's found the love again. She's found the fire again. So, and she still has a featherweight title. I know a lot of people don't consider that like an actual division, but it actually, like, there is still a championship at 145 for the ladies, and she has it. So it's not like she could still get title fights and still make money, and she can go and maybe win one more at 145, and then she can call it a career. I just don't know if she ends it on a loss when she still has the other title that she could defend and go out on a win.
All right.
That's a good point.
I think actually a really interesting question that Pena kind of didn't really answer. She kind of answered it, but like the idea of Pena goes up to 45 to take that belt too, and she kind of no-sold it. She's like, it's 45 in division. But I'm thinking, Pena, you're a prize fighter. That's a lot of money. I mean, for you to be a 2-division champ, I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting. There's a lot of things can happen if Nunes loses tonight, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
She could have been like the Undertaker to this division. She could have been like, all right, I'm gonna go up to 45. I'm gonna beat her, and I'm gonna put this division to bed forever.
All right. Yeah. All right. Questions.
All right. What else we got?
Yeah, this is fun. So let's go to the prelims.
Oh,
Jocelyn Edwards or Kim, AK Jeon Kim, 135-pound fight. Of course, Edwards missed weight, so she's obviously gonna be the bigger fighter here. How does this go?
I got Kim, and I actually like Jocelyn Edwards, but the weight miss, you can go either way with those. Sometimes you can say a fighter, well, miss weight, they'll have the size advantage. Maybe they didn't drain themselves as much, but she looked more kind of shaky. She looked more, and she's taking this on short notice. She's coming off, she fought 145 in her last fight. There's all kinds of things to make me think that her weight cut situation this time, missing was a bad sign. And even beyond that, I just think Jeon Kim's a really good fighter. She kind of got shafted in the Priscilla Cachoeira fight. Probably should have got the decision there. She's on a losing streak, but she's lost to good people. I think Alexa Grasso, McCann, and again, the Cachoeira fight really could have gone in her way. And she's a really tough out. I mean, she's got back-to-back fight of the nights. She really brings the pressure. I think she's right on the edge of like getting that win to kind of stop this skid and kind of remind people like kind of what a promising prospect she was when she first came to the UFC. And again, as much as I like Jocelyn Edwards, I do think Kim is a little more is just gonna bring it to a level that like Edwards just can't match right now. Again, that weight cut really bothered me, and missing weight, really bothered me. And again, I just think Kim was good. I think Kim's just gonna put a lot of pressure on her. It's gonna be tough to match that.
Yeah, I like Kim.
Casey,
pretty much everything AK said. I enjoy watching Kim fight, and I think she's a better fighter than Edwards, and I think that was the weight cut. She looked pretty drained and drawn out at the weigh in, so I don't think that's gonna do well for her in a few hours.
Let's see if Jeon Kim can get her down and keep her down, because if this fight's on the feet the entire time, she's not gonna win. That's how I look at it. I think Jocelyn is the better striker here. She's better on the feet, but and she's bigger. Like, she's just the bigger fighter. She's the bigger, stronger, more rangy fighter. And Jeon Kim is a solid hand, no doubt about it. But she's gonna have to wrestle with a very strong top game to win this fight. Because if this fight stays standing, I don't see this going well for her.
All right,
but we'll see. I'm going with Edwards by decision though. we talk about Morales 13-0 in the prelims? That guy's really good. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, I like Michael Morales. He's an exciting guy. He's one of those, AK, many undefeated prospects at 170 pounds. This guy is just a human highlight reel. Are you excited to see him take on Adam Fugit, who is making his Octagon debut?
Yeah, credit to Adam Fugit for jumping on this opportunity with on short notice. Adam Hard G Fugit. Is his nickname? His nickname should be Hard G. Like this is it would both be a sick nickname and like informative. It would like save a lot of, because I was listening. Shout outs to Connor Brooks. I love the man to death, but I was listening to No Bets Barred, and he kept calling him Adam Fugit. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose, but he said it many times, and I laughed every time because I'm a child. So it is Adam Hard. We are going to call it. This is the unofficial MMA fighting nickname, at least. The Hard G himself, Adam Fugit. Credit to him for taking this on short notice. But this is again a situation where, unless Morales slips in the proverbial banana peel, this is meant to be a showcase fight for him.
Yep.
Again, he should. I don't know if he'll necessarily put him away, because again, I think Fugit's really tough, but. I think he is going to win either a super command decision or get himself another fast finish, because this kid, he's finished pretty much everyone he's ran into so far. Hell of a prospect, and I expect him to continue that. I expect him. He's only 23 years old. That's crazy. So I expect him to continue that tonight. Shouldn't be any big surprises, but I don't know. I don't know if you're a betting man. I don't know if people are throwing money on Fugit. But
he's the biggest favorite in the card, right?
He was until the Ankalaev line moved. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's even going the other way. Okay,
both minus 600 now. Yeah.
All right.
I think this fight's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be insane. Fugit's good, man. Like he's 33. He's a little up there. He's probably like right in the tail end of his athletic prime. But he really impressed me in his last fight, because he fought a guy who I thought was UFC ready at 170 pounds in Solomon Renfro, and he stopped him in less than a minute. That's a great win. That's a really good win on the regional scene. So he's an exciting guy. He's going to go for broke. He's going to go in with a get or get God attitude. I don't know if that's like the smartest thing to do against a guy like Morales, but I think that's exactly what he's going to do here. He's just going to go for broke. Again, I know Anthony Smith was like kind of house money. This is 100% house money for Adam Fugit, as just a massive dog taking this fight on relatively short notice. He's an exciting guy. This is going to be a fun fight. I think Morales gets it done, probably puts him away in the first, maybe the second, but I think Fugit's going to be in there and he's going to have his moments, and it should be a lot of fun.
All right.
Fugit's first pro loss, by the way, to Austin Vanderford. Unanimous decision, 2018. Does Pantoja wrap up a title shot against Figgy versus the Moreno Kai winner tonight with an impressive stoppage, or you think he will need one more fight after that? AK, I think you've been a guy that's been like, let's just give Pantoja a title fight. Like, what are we waiting for? And here we are. He's got another tough one against Alex Perez. Do you think a win here, if he just any win at all, gets him pretty much at the top of that conversation to face whoever wins the unification fight?
No, he's gonna have to fight again. Because even in the question itself. Thank you, Daniel MMA, for the question. The question itself says Figgy is gonna have to fight first. God knows what else is going to happen in the rest of the division, like within the next 6 months. It's already a convoluted situation with the creation of the interim title. So I loved it for Pantoja when Moreno had the belt, because Pantoja has beaten him on The Ultimate Fighter. He's beaten him in an official UFC fight as well. The whole 2-0 angle really appealed to me. And I also think Pantoja is really good. He's worthy of a title shot. But he's not a well-known name. He just isn't. He just doesn't pop off the books for the matchmakers, for Dana White, for official. I don't know what it is. It's just they have he's just not a guy that it seems to be on their radar in a significant way. So he keeps getting big fights, keeps getting tough fights, has had some exciting fights. It's not like his fights are boring. Pantoja's like an exciting fight.
Super exciting.
Yeah. So it's very
super violent. Yeah.
He's just one of those guys, though. It just, for whatever reason, is not like they don't showcase him on ESPN Plus or give him a co-main event or anything like that. Like, they just won't do it. Pay-per-view spot is nice for sure. I mean, this is a sign that there's some faith in him and Alex Perez, and at least there's a chance that whoever wins this fight certainly puts themselves in line for the title shot. But I don't. There's no guarantee at all. Even if Pantoja, like, first round submission, he could, maybe a good call out will help him. But I do think, based on the timeline of Figgy coming back, probably getting another title shot, then he's gonna have to wait, and I don't think he's gonna want to wait. I think you're gonna have to throw him in another fight.
If Figgy's injured or he's going to 35, is Pantoja the next guy then? How about that?
I just don't think Figgy. Mike, I
He's not
don't
going.
bring that up
He's
because
not
every time we might bring up Figgy going up to 125,
He's
I
not
see
gonna
Mike.
do it.
I see Mike
Okay,
get
but
angry.
Figgy's injured. He's injured. You know, he's out. He can't fight for another 6 months. You know, something like that. Is Pantoja the number one guy? If a win tonight,
He should
If
be.
he finishes,
Perez.
yeah. Like, I think this is pretty easy. I think if Pantoja wins, he's gonna fight the loser of the title fight tonight.
So we'll still need one more win, regardless.
Yeah, I think
that's
he'll
tough.
fight the loser, win there. He's good. And what's crazy about this is Pantoja has history with all three of these guys. He's fought all three of them. So there you go. You got a story to tell with all of them. But Pantoja's fun, man. Go, like, if you are one of those people, and I've had people tell me like Pantoja's not that exciting, go watch the Match Now fight. Go watch the Match Now fight and tell me he's not exciting, because that fight is ridiculous.
People think
That's
Pantoja's
like 4
not
minutes
exciting?
of. I've had like people saying he's not bad, but he's not like all that exciting. Like, because I think they look at the Manel Cop fight, that it was like a more technical fight. It wasn't just like him just going bananas. But the Match Now fight is just the best. It's just the best.
Dude, that was the Manel Cop fight. Was a fight where I go, oh, okay, Pantoja is legit, because Manel Cop is like, he's my boy. He's gonna win that belt eventually. Or he's at least gonna fight for it. But that was like, to me, Cop's really only like legit. Okay, he lost. I get it. Pantoja was just better. The other fights, they were kind of
Yeah,
but
that was a rough debut fight for Cap. No doubt about it. That was a rough one. That was a rough one.
Yeah. All right.
And let's not forget another guy who could sneak into the title picture, because it is his year. Brandon Royval. I don't know. I'm just saying.
What year is it? What year is it? What year is it?
It's the year of Brandon Royval. I believe that's what people say when Brandon Royval gets the
we're
win.
talking about nicknames, and he has a very informative nickname.
Does he have
the ones you like?
Does he have a nickname? I don't think he has. I think it's just Brandon Royval. I've never heard his nickname before.
You're right.
And
You're right.
who knows? Maybe he gets a big win before the year's over and he steps in that title picture. I don't know. It is his year.
And if Perez wins, that's probably who he's going to be fighting. In my estimation, would be Brandon Royval. And if Royval wins, then he becomes the guy. But we'll see.
Right.
I still want to see Royval versus Manel Cop. That's the fight I really want to see.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Joseph Bosa, I have Julianna beating Amanda. What would she have to do to shut up Dana and the haters tonight to prove she is the UFC Women's Bantamweight champ? What do you? I don't understand.
What did Dana say about?
Did Dana say she's not the champion? Like, did she not buy it? Did Dana say it was fluky? Did he say anything like that? I don't remember. If I did, I missed it completely. But there are haters. I do understand. I do understand the haters. The banana peel thing.
Yeah, I think stylistically, Julianna is just a extremely tough matchup for Amanda Nunes. As far as like the haters, maybe he's talking about, do we think Julia Pena is like an Amanda Nunes type of level as far as like a fighter against the whole division? I don't believe so. But I think matchup wise, she matches up very well against Amanda Nunes. But to try to hate her up like me, she would need to beat Amanda Nunes tonight and then defend the belt against someone else. I'm not even sure who's the bantamweight division is just
like imagine if she beat like GDR in a rematch. That would help. I think like getting back some of those losses would help a lot.
GDR, or even like
real GDR.
Fight like I guess like Aldana.
Valentina, man.
Valentina.
If she fight.
Oh god.
She beats Valentina. She beats Valentina. We have a whole different.
That's something totally different. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If she's,
I didn't. My imagination didn't even go that far. I wasn't ready for that.
That's kind of, again, just to speak up for these hypothetical haters. I'm not even sure who they are, but like the skeptics. The problem is the GDR and Valentina losses are still very fresh in people's minds. People were like, why is Pena getting, she got the win, she got the title fight, off of one win, a very good win against Sarah McMahon, but it was off one win. So people were just like, what? That was one of the reasons she was such a huge underdog as well. So I get it. I get some of the criticism, some people drinking that Julianna Pena hater raid. Those wins were not that. Those losses were the GDR October 2020, Valentina Shevchenko a long time ago. But I do think a lot of people just assume if she fought Shevchenko again, that Shevchenko would like crush her, because it was at bantamweight. It's not like it was a different weight class. It was a bantamweight, and Valentina beat her. So, but yeah, if she could get back one of those wins, I'm more likely GDR than Shevchenko. It'd be good. It would really validate her run a lot. But either way, 2 wins over Nunes would also be pretty darn good.
I'm trying to look back at like Amanda's 135-pound championship run since she won the title. So she won the title against Misha, fought Ronda, fought Valentina, fought Raquel, fought Cyborg at 45, then the Holly Holm fight, then GDR, then Felicia Spencer and Megan Anderson at 45, and then back to Julianna Peña at 135. This is the first time that Amanda Nunes has had like a foil that is trying to sell this fight. All of them are just like, well, Amanda's a good fighter. She's good, and I'm ready for the challenge. I'm ready for the challenge. Julianna Peña is like, I've been saying for 5 years, and I'm going to beat the snot out of this girl, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And she said it again the whole time. The whole time, that confidence is there. She legit, in the pit of her stomach, no matter what anybody says, feels like she's going to go in there and finish Amanda Nunes. And you don't get a lot of that confidence from some of her past opponents. A lot of them are just kind of happy to be there. This is just like the next person up and like, oh, Amanda's a great champion. She's the greatest of all time. I'm going to give it my best. And Julianna's just like, nope, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to gouge this woman's eyes out. And I'm going to do whatever I can to finish this.
I like that line. That was a good line. That was a good line. I mean,
it's nice to see confidence against Amanda Nunes because you don't see it. Cyborg did a little bit, but that was at 45. But this at like 35, we haven't really seen it because even when she fought Rousey, like Rousey didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
She didn't talk to anybody. She showed up and fought and got bolted. But no one, like Julianna is at least like selling the fact that like, I'm going to go in there and finish this girl. I'm going to beat her. And you haven't really seen that. So kudos to Julianna. Like she's done a great job, at least from a promotional sense. She has carried this feud for 2 fights.
And that's exactly why this fight made sense the first time. Because I didn't think Julianna was really deserving of the shot. But as far as selling the fight, she's perfect for a promote. Like Dana White, I must love Julianna Peña because she's what the division needs in terms of, what the UFC likes to sell. I want to kick her ass, right? They don't. We love Holly Holm, but Holly Holm is just not that person. She doesn't. That wouldn't be her. Raquel Pennington isn't that type of person. Julianna Peña is. She give her a mic and
she was very smart. She was very smart because after. Like when this whole thing was kind of a question mark, like what are we going to do here? She hops on, does an interview with Ariel and cuts like, it was just her best interview ever. She went bananas and said some like headline worthy stuff pretty much the entire time, just ripping Amanda Nunes. I really feel like that interview was a huge part of her getting that fight in the first place and subsequent interviews after that.
Exactly.
She did a great job.
You have to sell yourself when you get to the UFC level. They will give you the platform, but the UFC is not going to sell you. The UFC is really, really, we're a broken record in this, guys. I'm sorry, but the UFC is really terrible at like selling contenders. They're so bad at selling contenders and selling personalities. They're so bad at it. Julianna Peña has been selling herself, you guys said, for years. She's been since she was on The Ultimate Fighter. She's been selling herself, and that's why, even though again the results weren't always there, she's still someone who would draw headlines, who had notable quotes and things like that. You got to talk in this game. We'd love it if like the Mighty Mouses of the world, more soft spoken guys were like the bigger stars, but that's just not how the fight game works. It's not that way, and it's not the way in MMA. It's not the way in boxing.
You don't have to talk, but if you don't talk, it's going to take you about 3 to 4 times the amount of wins to get to where you want to go.
Yes,
you don't have
exactly.
to.
Julianna.
Julianna. You talk, you get 1 win. You talk, you get 1 win. Yeah.
She's been saying the same things like before the first fight for 5 years. For 5 years, she said the same thing. Even like before the Rousey fight, she's like, Rousey in the title fight is stupid. Like I will go out there and finish Amanda Nunes. Like she's felt this way the whole time. This isn't just like I'm going to sell the fight. She's literally said this exact same thing for 5 years. It's amazing.
Because Julianna Peña, her fighting style is Amanda Nunes' kryptonite. It is, and she knows that. That's why she's not doing the same thing to like I'm gonna take down Irene Aldana. I'm gonna do that. I'm like whatever Aspen. I don't know whoever the other contenders are, but like Amanda Nunes, she's like, oh, my style beats her. As long as I don't get hit with a big right hand, just eat a big one, and she probably can eat a couple big ones and still really get in Nunes' face. That's what makes Julianna Peña so dangerous in this fight for Amanda Nunes.
It's gonna be a war.
I'm excited, super excited. Fight. Yeah, I'm not. I was gonna talk about tough, but I'm gonna move on.
No.
I know.
What? Is there a question about tough? Well, hold on. What?
All right. I like this question.
What flyweight will make the headlines tomorrow, AK? Who will have the top spot in the headlines?
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's gonna. I picked Moreno to win the co-main, and Moreno is such a lively personality. I think he's gonna do it in such, and it's gonna be a fun fight too. Everything's gonna be a really fun, competitive fight. So, yeah, hopefully we're talking about Moreno winning a Fight of the Year candidate. I don't know. I wish he would say something like "I'm the real champ," but obviously he's not gonna do that. He did lose fair and square to Figgy in their last fight, though it was a close one. But I think Moreno. I do expect him to take care of business. Kai Kara France would be the obvious second answer. If he wins, I mean, listen, no matter what happens in the Pantoja Perez fight, Kai Kara France's ascension to a UFC title holder, interim or not, which is just an incredible story. And then adding to that City Kickboxing, list of achievements, just be awesome. But I'm going to say Moreno. I do think Moreno wins and gets back to that top, right that 1A and 1B discussion with Davis and Figueiredo.
I do think Moreno will win. I do think he will finish. I didn't think that during the preview show, but went back and watched the last few fights from both guys. I think Moreno's going to submit him in the third round after just an incredible battle. I just think there's going to be something that happens on the ground. Moreno's going to set something up. Kara France going to explode out of a position. Moreno's going to be ready for it. He's going to catch him in something and just tap him. But it's going to be a sick fight. So I don't know if it's Moreno or if Davis and Figueiredo is just going to do something silly and put his name in the headlines, which is very possible because he's there. He's in Dallas. So, but I'll go with Moreno.
Yeah, I'm going to go Moreno too. I'm going Moreno.
Derrick Lewis always seems as if he doesn't care about anything. So is that more of a tactic to lull opponents to a false sense of security? Does Lewis actually care more than he leads on? No, he doesn't care. This is all about money for him. He's going to go in there and fist fight dudes for money. Like this is it. This is not about glory. It's not about being the greatest heavyweight of all time. It's not about being the heavyweight champion of the world. It's about going in there and punching dudes in the face and getting a paycheck at the end of the night. That's all he cares about. That's it.
He's been so affirmed by that from day one.
He doesn't watch MMA. He doesn't watch it. He does not. He literally does not watch MMA at all. He just fights his fight, does the fight week stuff, which he doesn't even like at all because he hates doing interviews and he hates the media and all that stuff. Like, I don't think he truly hates them, but he's just like, oh, whatever. Man, I got to do this again. Like, I just want to go fight and like get my paycheck and go home to my family. That's literally all he wants to do. And then just concentrate on every other thing outside of fighting.
I think he cares. I agree with part of this question. I actually do think he cares more than he leads on because I think anyone who's in fighting cares like to some level of like you have once you get
beat up. I mean,
yeah, he doesn't want to get beat up, and he wants to win. I'm sure
it sucks. Yeah,
I'm sure he likes winning. Listen, everybody likes winning.
Yeah.
I'm sure he enjoys knocking people out. I'm sure he loves cutting a post-fight a winner's promo. So I think he does care. It definitely has nothing to do with lulling opponents to a false sense of security. He could care less. He could not care less what his opponent's mindset is going in. Is his opponent confident? Is his opponent scared of him? Is his opponent like trying to get a title fight themselves? Is his opponent like him just trying to make money? His opponent barely registers with him. Again, like just put someone across from. He's like just like this is kind of what you guys are saying. Put someone across from me in the cage. Let me punch him. Whatever happens. So yeah, I think he cares more. I do think he does care a lot. But nothing to do with he's not putting on an act or anything. That's just his pre-fight demeanor.
And that's
it's the whole like I just want to win. Like if I'm gonna do something, like I want to win, but at the end of the day, it's just about I just want to punch a dude in the face and get paid for it, and then go home to my family. But yeah, of course, like when you do anything, you want to win. There's a part of you that always wants to win. And I do believe like he has no idea who Sergey Pavlovich is at all. Like I don't think he knew who he was. I don't think he watched like any past fights. I mean, I think you knew who Tai Tuivasa was just because, like, you can just go on social media and see Tai knocking dudes out and doing shoeies all over the place. But I don't like when he says, like, who am I fighting? Like, I think he kind of like knew the name, but I don't think he knows much about him. I don't think that's an act at all.
I think he thought he was fighting Volkov again. I think it was like, he's like, Sergey Pavlovich. I fought this guy again. He's like, what?
Like when he did the face off, he's like, man, Volky, you gained some weight. You look different. You're short.
You look a little shorter, a little bit thicker.
Yeah, it's all right. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Yeah, no, that's who he is. You want as real as it gets. Derrick Lewis. He's not faking trash talk. He's not faking anything. It's he's just loosey goosey. And then when it's time to make that mean face off, it's like, oh, that guy's he's got a mean face. But yeah, excited about that fight. I love every Derrick Lewis fight. It's just you kind of know what you're gonna get, and you also have no idea what you're gonna get.
Can I be that guy for a second? Producer Casey, do I have permission to be that guy?
Be that guy.
I'm a little afraid there's some Ngannou Lewis potential here. Whoa, what is? What is?
We have to put like mustache cam. Mustache
cam.
I'm a little scared that there is some Ngannou Lewis potential here, because Sergey Pavlovich is a first round finisher for sure, but he's not a berserker. He's not a berserker. He's actually really good counter striker. And he's going to have a reach advantage too. So I think Lewis, we obviously know Lewis is going to want to get inside, hope maybe get a takedown, do some ground and pound. I think that's his best route. I don't know if he can do that. I think that should be his plan. I think Pavlovich has a really good ability to keep guys at distance. And I don't know how much of a risk Lewis is going to want to take here. So I'm kind of worried this will be a bad fight. I have picked Pavlovich by first round knockout. Just like a little teaser for our selections. Ooh. I have picked that, but that is like an optimistic pick. That's like, oh, I hope this is what happens. Either way, someone knocks out in the first round. We don't get this worst case scenario of Derrick Lewis kind of not being able to figure out Pavlovich, and Pavlovich kind of being content with staying at range and not wanting to get near the black beast, So, sorry, I had to say it. I'm that guy. I was that guy. I apologize.
All right.
Oh man, unbelievable.
All right. Okay, the Derrick Lewis thing and Ngannou thing, that was an unfortunate series of events that led to that. So, we have a healthy Derrick Lewis, and we do not have a gun-shy Pavlovich tonight. So stop it, AK. Just go away and grow a mustache.
Brightest. I wish I could. Brightest light he's been under. That's it. That's the brightest light that Pavlovich has been under. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just saying. Brightest lights.
So AK's picking fight of the night, Derrick Lewis, Sergey Pavlovich. Okay,
I'm wrong about everything, so that actually is a good bet now. Or knockout of the night or something.
Do you think we get a Jones-Stipe fight announcement finally tonight during the pay-per-view broadcast? This has been one of the most popular questions over the last several months, AK. Is this the day? Do we get the announcement today?
Oh, not this card specifically, like just people asking, will it happen tonight? Will it happen tonight? Will it happen tonight?
Yeah.
Well, even like 275, 276, like so many people ask, like, are we getting the announcement during the pay-per-view card? So do you think tonight's the night we finally get it?
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I'm of the listen. You remember, guys, I'm in the camp. Gosh, I'm a negative again. I'm not even sure this fight ever happens. I'm honestly not sure this. I've lost all faith in John Jones predicting any sort of John Jones booking. So Sean Dickinson, hopefully, I am super wrong, and we get this announcement tonight or sometime maybe the next pay-per-view, sometime soon. But I'm not making that prediction for sure. I don't think so. I would say no.
Casey, are we getting the announcement tonight?
Nope.
Nope. I will also
Jordan Peele advertisement in theaters now.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I will also say no, and the reason is it's July 30th. We are running out of time here, and Francis Ngannou is going to be back very soon. He's going to be back within six to 7 months. At least that's the timeline everybody feels he's on. I know Eric Nixick said, like Francis said, December, January. Eric Nixick has said in multiple interviews that he's ahead of schedule. So if Francis can come back in December or January, like why wouldn't the UFC just wait to do John Jones versus Francis? Like just do that. That's what we're trying to build towards anyways, right? If you can get John and Francis within the next 8 to 9 months, like why not just wait and do that? Now it sucks for Stipe, no doubt about it. But I feel like if this is a fight that was going to be made and you were going to do it in September, like both guys have said publicly, like I'm ready for September. Let's do it in September. We haven't made it for the September card. We're covered in October. Maybe you do it in November, but I mean, I don't know, but we're getting close there. December, who knows? But I feel like if Francis can come back at the end of the year or early next, like why not just wait for Francis to come back? Take care of that business, re-sign him, make him happy. And what's going to make him happier as far as a UFC fighter than to fight John Jones like immediately? So I think the longer we go without that announcement, the more we're not going to see it. Just because timing, we're just running out of time to book it.
And the UFC, like they're making record profits, and they're like, do we need to pay John Jones? You guys pay money to watch anything. Why do we got to pay this guy all this money?
I think they're gonna pay John Jones. I think they're thinking like, do we have to pay Stipe? I think they're gonna give
Stipe.
John the fight. Yeah, I think John's priority one for them. Honestly, it's do we do John Stipe, or do we try to risk getting him into 2 fights, or do we just get this Francis fight done now and just hope that it goes through and that it happens and everybody's good to go and that we get it, we get the payday, and then we're good to then we just move on. You know what I mean?
So you're on the team that we're gonna get Jones versus Ngannou before we get Jones versus Stipe. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
but you do. Yeah, okay.
I mean, yeah, it just seems like things are going in the right direction in terms of getting Francis back. Because remember where we were in January and February, we're like, this could be the last time this guy fights. But I'm more optimistic as more time goes that they will re-sign Francis. They will come to terms. They will meet in the middle somewhere. I don't know if he gets the Tyson Fury fight. Maybe he does. But I think they're going to be like, all right, you know what? We'll ponder the Tyson fight. But why don't you fight John Jones first? And what's Francis going to say? No. He's going to say, okay, I'll do that. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Just
but
back up.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Back up the Brinks.
Yeah.
Trunk.
Maybe I'm wrong. Because they could book. I mean, they could do Izzy Pereira in November. They could do Yuri Glover in November or December. So you don't need to book Jones Stipe at all here. You don't have to. And then you can headline. And if you could headline January with Ngannou versus Jones, like you're all set. Like you're good to go. And then Stipe's kind of screwed over, and maybe used as a pawn throughout this whole thing. But I mean,
definitely.
If I'm the UFC, I'm waiting. If I'm the UFC, I'm just waiting at this point. Why not?
Yep.
And for those wondering, yes, Joe Rogan is wearing a suit jacket and a tie.
Oh, the tie. Wait, is the top button? Is the top button?
Nothing is done up. Nothing is done up.
So he has
it looks like. Yeah, Rogan's looking like a stockbroker who's at the office 2 hours after the final bell rang.
Yeah. That's very.
Damn! I lost my clients a bunch of money. I had a shitty day.
It's been a rough one today.
It's that stock photo, the guy on the phone going like, looking at the
favorite underdog on the card, AK.
Oh, okay. Again, I never gamble on MMA. DraftKings promo code the MMA Hour. And if I did, which I didn't, I wouldn't have actually bet on any underdogs today. Again, not that I bet on anything because I don't do that. My favorite. Okay, I gotta go one by one before I hit my favorite. I actually like Negumereanu. I was actually surprised. I think he's almost 2-1 underdog, right? Or maybe open like that. And he's actually. There's a lot of hype around Poteria. There's a lot of hype. He's got that very nice.
Negumereanu is the favorite right now.
It's favored now.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I think he opened as a dog. Yeah. He opened as a dog. Okay, interesting. Again, I think people took a little closer look at Poteria's record and are kind of like, oh, okay, it's one of those pre-UFC records where a lot of, I think as Connor Burks put it, a lot of zeros in the win column of some of the guys he beat during his run up to the UFC. Gosh, who do I like? So I would have said Negumereanu. It's weird because you have a lot of debuting guys, right? Like maybe it could be Abdel Wahab, maybe it could be Adam Fugata, but I don't think those guys are going to pull it off. Mike, do you have one while I'm Brad? Did one jump to your mind right away?
I think Hamdy's worth a look. I know there's not a lot to watch on him, but I just think he's such a freak athlete that he could just surprise some people. Do I think Hamdy's going to be a guy who's going to be fighting for the UFC title in the next couple of years? No, but do I think he is explosive enough to put Dontel Mays away? Yeah, I think he can. So I like that.
That fight
I like
so
Alex
bad.
Morono. I like Morono as a
I was
going
to say. Yeah, I was surprised.
I like Alex. I like Derrick Lewis as an underdog. I mean, mostly because I love any heavyweight knockout artist as an underdog in a fight that I feel could go either way. I just think there's value on Derrick Lewis as a plus 130 underdog. And I think Pantoja being a near 2-1 favorite against Alex Perez is a little wide. I think Pantoja is really good. I just think I don't think he's minus 190 against Alex Perez good. I think he maybe minus 140. I think there's value on Alex Perez at plus 160. None of these I'm super confident are going to pay off. But if we're looking at value, I think there's value on Perez. I think there's value on Moreno. I think there's value on Derrick Lewis. Those are the three that really stand out to me. And I'm picking Anthony Smith, but I don't see it's not one I would go out. It's not one I'm telling any of you gamblers out there
it's your
to go and bet on.
Yeah.
I don't want any shit on Twitter if you were like, oh, I was going to bet Ankalaev, and then that Mike Heck dude said Anthony Smith was so good. No,
I lost my house. I'm homeless now.
Yeah. This is me not betting a dime.
If you do, by the way, if you do message someone on Twitter It's at Mike Heck _JR. Not me. The last time we did, someone changed their prediction because I think Jed said it on the show, and then I got attacked, and they're like, I don't know who it was. It was one of you on the show, and I'm like, why? Why did I catch a stray?
Why?
How can you not like Julianna Pena as a dog though? I still think
that was my answer.
Yeah,
Julia
Julia's
Pena.
a good one too.
2-1 underdog. She won the first fight.
Speaking
won the
underdogs.
first fight.
Speaking of underdogs, Blood Diamond is making his walk to the Hallowed Octagon as a plus 175 underdog against Orion Kosi, who is the minus 205 favorite. So with that, let's give our main card picks. Let's actually real quick, let's do our bonus predictions. Casey.
Performance of the night, Ankalaev, Derrick Lewis, and fight of the night, Moreno, Cara France. All main carders.
Moreno, Cara France, fight of the night. Drew Dober is going to get one of the performance bonuses, and so will Sergey Pavlovich.
Oh.
Fingers crossed. It's a quick finish.
Derrick Lewis, performance of the night. Anthony Smith, performance of the night.
This guy.
I like it.
Fight of the night. Julianna Pena, Amanda Nunes.
Ooh, all right.
Going the main event. All right, let's go
by the way,
main card pick.
Blood Diamond is Blood Diamond on the broadcast. I have seen people saying like, what is he? Mike Diamond, Mike Mathitha. It's like he is on the broadcast right now. He is Blood Diamond. Thank goodness.
Yes. Diamond. If John Anik calls him up to the stage to weigh in as Blood Diamond, you best believe his name is Blood Diamond.
You're damn right.
And in Anik we trust.
Respect
Anik we trust. All right. You already know my pick. I'm picking Anthony Smith in just a massive, out of nowhere, insane, getting absolutely ravaged until he gets the finish kind of upset against Magomed Ankalaev. And I have no confidence in this. This is just what the old guts telling me. AK, Ankalaev or Anthony Smith?
Ankalaev by convincing decision, but not so convincing that it has the matchmakers like waving their arms around, like, we got to give this guy a title fight. So another good win for him, but not quite something to put him over the top, unfortunately.
Casey.
I just said Ankalaev for performance of the night, but my actual official pick is Ankalaev by lackluster decision.
He's hedging his bets, folks.
It's either going to go two ways. It's either going to be like one of those, all right, well, okay, he's a better wrestler, I get it. Or it's going to be just, whoa, that was insane. But I'm going Ankalaev decision, 30-26. Right.
Casey, Pantoja, Perez.
Pantoja, submission, round 2.
AK.
Friends forever, Casey. Pantoja submission, round 2.
This is either going to be an excellent start to the main card for me, or I'm just going to be burying myself. Alex Perez hangs on to win a decision, gets it done. He has a great start and then hangs on and overcomes a late surge from Alexander Pantoja. I'm going Derrick Lewis first round knockout against Sergey Pavlovich. AK, you do not agree with me?
Tell the other way. First round knockout the other way. Fingers crossed. I'd be happy to see knockout either way. I'm just hoping I'm wrong that it could be a snooze fest. But
Casey,
you guys are so off. It's clearly Derrick Lewis by knockout in the second round.
Ooh.
Second round, Derrick Lewis is a bad man. He's a bad man. But Pavlovich gets hit a lot early. And he doesn't want to get hit that early by Derrick Lewis, and I have a feeling he's going to get hit by Derrick Lewis. AK, Brandon Moreno, or Kai Kara France?
Moreno decision. He beat him the first time in a really competitive fight. He beats him a second again in a competitive fight. Both guys have improved. I just think Kai Kara France has not improved so much that more so than Moreno has improved. They've both been trending upward skill wise, and I just think that's still kind of Moreno just still has a slight edge.
Casey, who will be fighting Davis and Figueiredo in a title unification bout?
And again, Brandon Moreno. He will get that belt back by decision. And one heck of a fight.
Brandon Moreno, third round submission. Rear naked choke. He's gonna catch him. He's gonna catch him in just something crazy.
Some scramble.
Crazy
scramble.
Just
like,
He's just gonna fall into it. Yeah. All right. Julianna Pena, Amanda Nunes, Casey. And still or and once again?
And still, Julia Pena by decision.
Wow, I love it. I love
Oh.
it. AK.
Nunes conserves that energy. Survives some scary moments from Pena, but conserves that energy. Does enough to win 3 out of the 5 rounds. Hashtag and again.
My prediction is that the title for our post-fight show will be UFC 277 post-fight show. Did Julianna Pena get robbed? Because we're going to split decision city, baby. We're going to split decision city. Amanda Nunes. And once again, wins a split decision in an all-out 25-minute war. These two are going to get after it. Amanda Nunes is going to win the first 9 minutes, not with ease, but with comfortability. Julianna's going to turn it on at the end of the second, steal some momentum. She's going to win the third. She's going to win the fourth. And then they're going to go to war in the fifth. Just whatever's left, they're just going to get after it. And Amanda Nunes will eke it out and wins a split decision.
I'm warming up the robbery review lab then, Mike. I'm telling them to start, get the machines ready, get the machine for the calculations and stuff. So the lab, I told them to turn the lab on, get ready to turn the lab on Monday or Sunday night, because I guess I gotta get in there soon.
All right. Orion Kosi, Blood Diamond underway. We just started, so enjoy the rest of the 12 fights that will go on after this one, and we will see you at the end. Jose Young's in Dallas, so stay on this page throughout the night. Check out the winners. I believe there's some guest fighters there as well. I'm hearing some pretty big names are being rumored to be potential guest fighters. And then we'll have live stream of the press conference. Casey and I will talk while you wait forever for all the fighters, and then we'll have a post-fight show as well. Enjoy the fights, everybody. For AK, for Casey, I am Mike Heck. Let's go.